This week, Waycross Community Media is honored to cover the third week of the 23 season, live from Frederick Stadium. I'm Jake Williams, and along with my partner Max Alfonso, we will bring you the call. Now, you know, Joe Lewis back in the day, on his days on top, featured what became known as the Bum of the Month Club. Fast forward to this September in Forest Park, Ohio, the Warriors that I'm seeing are taking no prisoners in their Warriors versus Wannabes campaign. Now, Coach Chad Murphy and his posse of a coaching staff have been doing a great job since taking over for Coach Andre Parker. And now, Nate Mahan brings in the West Clermont Wolves in here to face the perils of what this year's Warriors bring to the table. Now, Max, I was wondering what your thoughts are concerning this first game of the season for the Warriors. What can you share with the TV audience?
Well, both teams are probably some of the best two teams that this conference has. As you see Winton Woods run on the field. We'll start with Winton Woods. They have a lot of transfers and a lot of talent. They have a really good quarterback, Vance George. Now, even though they have a good quarterback, they like to establish the run as well. Tons of talent on the outside. Tramar Harris, one of their star players, is a wide receiver who is a Purdue commit. 806 yards last year, 8 catches this year, 96 yards. Plenty of talent everywhere, as well as on defense. Cameron Jackson is leading the conference currently in sacks. 8 tackles and 11 and a half career sacks entering the game tonight. And Justin Hill, their star linebacker, only a junior, has offers from USC, Pitt, Toledo, plenty of other big-time schools. Now to West Clermont. Their plan is clear. They want to run the football. They lead the conference in rushing yards by a mile. Now, it's not the old school option. They like to go out of the gun. Both these teams do. But it's not the option. They like to run out of the gun, and they don't throw very much.
Well, we see Max, they're getting ready to take the field now. The officials for tonight's contest are going to be Colby Frizzell, Richard Thompson, Ron Beard, Jake Bailey, and Grant Stanley. And now while we're at it, the chain gang, which has been doing a fine job for the Warriors, is going to be Jeff Kelly, Eric Taylor, Rick Bedford, Richard Smith, and Chip Wilson. And this chain gang figures to really not have a whole lot to do tonight if the Warriors have their way, other than run and play catch-up where they need to spot them. Looks like the Warriors are moving up as the West Clermont Wolves have already taken the field, Matt.
Looks like Winton Woods will be receiving the kick.
You know, it's good to see Coach Nate Mahan in here with the West Clermont Wolves. He keeps landing on his feet. He's been coaching. I know the Warriors faced a team coached by him in the playoffs up in Hamilton about 3 years ago. We see the West Clermont Wolves are in here this year with jerseys where you can read the numbers. A couple of years ago, they had some jerseys I jokingly referred to as, what do they call that? Witness Protection Program jerseys, where you couldn't hardly tell what the number was. But we see the Warriors are getting ready to receive this kick. Get this third week of the season jumped off. And here we go with the kick, and it's going to be like a squibber. It's going to be caught on the 34-yard line. He's still on his feet up to the 35, and he's got a flag down now. We're going to have to get this flag sorted out.
Could be the best case scenario for West Clermont besides forcing a turnover. Short return and now the penalty yardage on top of it, presumably, if it's on Winton Woods.
Well, you know, over the years, you know, Forrest Gump's mama used to always say this thing about how life is like a box of chocolates and you never know what you'll get. But with these Winton Woods Warriors over the years, I know what I'll get. I'll get good, hard, determined play. The thing is, I'll also get penalties, which if they could figure out a way to minimize these penalties, that could go a long way to keeping these officials out of the rearview mirror. Okay, so who we go? The Warriors getting ready to start it up. George looking over to the sideline. Back under center now. No, he's not under center. He's in the pistol. Penalty on the play again.
8 seconds to end this game. 2 penalties already on Winton Woods.
And this is where you come to practice, which I do from time to time. One of these times they should just bring the officials in and let the officials run the practice. I know there's a lot of passion with these guys. We see a George waiting to snap. He turns and gives. Nose straight inside, and there's a wall. The host of Clermont Wolves waiting.
Number 26, Tyler Goody. Ready one, take one. Goes straight ahead into the line, gets to the 25-yard line. Pick up at 3 yards.
Numbers 26, Tyler Gooding getting that carry. Tyler Gooding is heir apparent to the job this year. He's well earned it, well worthy of it.
He's been one of their best players through 2 weeks, 172 yards last year. He's just added on to that this year.
Okay, we'll see what they come up with on second down. George throwing this ball out in the flat, and the Warrior defender, the Wolves defenders are there and take him down. Looks like the Warriors are behind the sticks now. 3rd and 13.
They like to run those little screens. That was the Jamar Harris, the Purdue commit, but he just had nowhere to go, and now it's 3rd and long.
12 we got here, so the Warriors, in practice I've seen plays that could cover this. It's just a matter of the execution here.
Zoom in so that we don't have all that green space. There you go. That's great. Right there.
George with the ball, rolling to his right, throws. Pass is complete over there in the right sideline, and he's going to have a first down.
Pass to Clermont Harris, number 5. Coming out for Winton Woods, first down.
That is Jamar Harris, just a simple rollout. Just get your best player the ball in space and try and get past the sticks, and he did it.
First and 10, Winton Woods.
1st and 10, we see the chain gang get to stepping. Warriors look good in these green uniforms.
See a lot of this from Winton Woods, trips to each side. So far, they keep starting on the pistol and motioning just into the gun with the running back next to George.
George getting chased out of the pocket. He throws this ball over the middle. It's intercepted by the Wolves. He's took it away from that Warrior offensive player. And they'll start it out with the arrow on the Warrior 45-yard line. First down.
Hayden Jones just completely undercut that route and picked it off. Nice play by the junior. Now West Clermont has good field position.
This is where the Warrior defense is going to make a stand here, or asked to make a stand. So here's West Clermont on the ball. This is number 13, Bo Rickman. Gonna run this offense tonight. He's in the pistol. Straight drop, he's got a guy incomplete. They weren't on the same page with he wasn't on the same page with his receiver. And the Warriors catch a break.
A rare throw from West Clermont. They did not throw much last week. Interesting that they come out right away throwing the ball.
Okay, so here they are back in the huddle.
should have done before, way before the game. Not like I did.
Bo Rickman, he's a junior. The Warrior defense has really been bringing and laying the wood on people this year. This pass is complete over here, and tackle's made, so it's going to make it a 3rd down and 5.
It's a nice throw and an out route to Xander Hawk. There's a West Clermont Wolf down. It's like an offensive lineman.
Okay, so official timeout due to injury. West Clermont has a lineman down. 9:44 left to go in the first quarter.
Interesting so far that they've come out throwing the ball.
Well, probably it's a good idea to give this Warrior defense more to think about, because they'll stop it up on you. I mean, this practice, the guys, the way I've seen them practice this year, they just take turns dropping the hammer on folks.
They absolutely fly around the field. So many athletes just all around this defense.
I mean, last time I saw the Warriors in any kind of game action, which I missed the first 2 games, but I did see them scrimmage Lakota West, and then frankly own Lakota West. And they've been owning everybody they played already so far, but you still got to play that night's game, no matter who you're up against.
See Braden Toft walk off the field. Hopefully he's okay. Starting as a sophomore. Hopefully he gets back in on the next drive. Looks to be walking off under his own power.
Okay, 3rd and 5. Wolves come up on the ball. Rolling to his right. He's being chased down. He's hit as he throws this ball away, incomplete, out of bounds.
Good position here to go for it. See what they do. Looks like Rickman will go get the play from the head coach, and they'll run another play here on 4th and 5.
Okay. They might as well, because if they're in the ECC along with Winton Woods, they're going to have to figure out how to muster up enough strength. It's like the Wolves are lined up like they're going to go for it, trying to get the Warriors to jump offside.
See if they're just trying to do a hard count here. Now they jump, and that's going to be an offsides.
And the Warriors let him hard count him into jumping off sides. And
that's the 2nd time they did that hard count on that play. And the first time he moved, but he didn't go across. Got to have intelligence and realize that they're not looking to snap the ball. Now it's an easy 1st down for West Clermont. We'll see if they run the ball. Landon Young, their running back, leads the conference in rushing yards.
Okay, if he's leading the conference in rushing yards, he's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. They act like they just want to pass.
It's another pre-snap penalty. This will be on the offense.
Flag down. It's going to be on the Wolves this time.
Now they go back 5 yards, but they already got the 1st down off of the previous Winton Woods penalty.
I'm sure it's a good thing if you can keep them playing behind the chains.
Actually, put this over here. It will do just flag. You don't have to type it in or anything. Okay? Yeah, and it brings it off to the side, so it's completely different. What you will have to do is change that out back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's actually easier.
Yeah. Okay.
So here we go now. Man in motion. Running to the motion, and Sticks his nose in there and he picks up about 3 tough yards.
Ready, 4, take 4, 4's live.
Quarterback Rickman plays both ways. He's 12 tackles this year on defense.
That's right. He's got, as a matter of fact, he had 4 solo tackles last week.
Camera, and out to 3. 3's live.
2nd and 12.
Ready, 2, take 2.
More defense.
Start tighter, please. Zoom in some more. Quarterbacks like right behind the ref.
Wolves are in a pistol. There's a give, but he's hitting the backfield, and now the whole defense is there to shove him down rudely.
Take 3.
Absolutely no room to run for Young at all. Looked like that was Landon Anderson in on the tackle for the Warriors. Just big time talent all over this defense.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 15.
This is the Winton Woods defense. This is exactly what you want, forcing West Clermont to have to air it out. Rickman is not known for his ability to push the ball downfield.
But as we see, anybody on the field can beat you if you don't pay attention. Got a whistle on the play.
Timeout. Yep. Ready, 1. They were running out of time.
Okay, so West Clermont calling timeout.
Okay, 1's live. I'm going to be starting the clock move just a hair, so I'm going to fiddle with that.
Well, you can already see where West Clermont are going to be depending on number 13, Bo Rickman, and basically, if he wants to pull it out of a guy's gut and run it himself, he's probably free to do that.
He's done a ton of running the football this year. Top 3 in the conference in rushing yards, 224 coming into this game. He hasn't, I don't believe he's been the quarterback for most of this season. Trying to.
Yeah, they've been using number 14, Hayden Jones at quarterback some as well. Maybe Bryson Early, number 2, senior. But if the Wolves don't come up with more to make the Warriors defense think about it, it's going to be a long evening. There's the carry by the quarterback. He stiff arms around one man, but they got him down at the 40. Would it be 4th down? And this is where
We'll see if they look to go for this as well.
I think they just might as well kick and try to pin him deep.
They're a little hesitant at first to run the punt team out there.
Ready, 1. 1 you're on the kicker to your left. That's the kicker. Just so you know, the kickers are generally in the teams. Their numbers are always in the teams.
Okay, so the Wolves are going to kick this ball. Warriors got a man on the 6-yard line and waiting to kick. Steps up to the 10 and he's got it. Here comes North with the ball. There's flags on the field. Stiff arms and tries to get around him, but they got him down at the 14-yard line.
A good tackle by Landon Young as 2 flags on the field. Looks like this will be coming back. Number 4 for Winton Woods just hit laid on top of a West Clermont guy, but looked like he dragged him down before that.
Holding or whatever it is that probably is, or flipping.
Yes, either a holding or a block in the back here.
Yeah, it's a block in the back, further back here.
Again, these penalties have to be figured out by the Warriors. Some penalties are useful to a certain extent, like they are in hockey.
It's like penalties on each team. All offset. Look like a face mask.
So the official
looks like they'll recon it. Okay. Winton Woods is scrambling to get guys on the field. I think they're going to re-kick this. Yeah, it looks like they are.
6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. No score.
Not much to write home about for each team so far. Trying to find a rhythm.
Camera 2 to your left. Camera 2 to your left. Ready, 2. Take 2.
Whistle.
Oh, what now?
Timeout, Winton Woods.
Ready, 4, take 4. Well, the good news is that means they won't pull time out in the second quarter.
Looks like they had 12 guys on the field.
By halftime.
See the Warrior coaches coming out to address this huddle after the timeout. Ball, they got it marked on the 39.5-yard line. Calling it 4th and 15. Okay, so here come the West Clermont Wolves back out on the field. So the Warriors got a man awaiting his kick at the 10-yard line. Kick is up, high and over and kick. He's gonna let it hit.
Letting it go.
Nice punt.
Oh, man.
Angles out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
Ready, 3, kick 3, 3, 5. Out of the 5, yep.
A lot of work for Winton Woods. Vance George, our quarterback. Probably the best in the conference. He is awesome. Over 2,000 yards last year in a run that came just short of a state title. He's got a few offers.
And well, Vance George is, the way it looks to me, he's not going to beat himself. Although he did just throw an interception, but just based on what I've seen of him so far, he's a technician back there, kind of like Bob Greasy.
Holy cow, man.
George claps the snap, he gives. Round left in and
Oh, he had a little hole there. That worked.
tried to leap the pile, and he's able to get it up to the 10-yard line.
Ready, replay. Roll replay.
It's a nice tackle at the ankles by Hayden Jones. He had the interception last drive.
And out the 4.
He's played offense as well, a lot as a receiver, but I didn't see him at all out there on that first drive.
Take 2.
George gives again, cuts in there, breaks the tackle, he's still on his feet up to the 30. And finally, he's taken down at the 36-yard line by number 10 of the West Clermont Wolves.
Roll replay. That's a great hole right here.
Looked like almost the same play. This time he just cut it back and got all the way up to the 35. Nice run by
Yeah,
Tyler
that did
Gooding.
look like the same play. That was Riley Wooldridge, a senior, on that tackle.
Ready, 2, take 2.
George
Oh, way
pitches,
to go. No hole.
and they're waiting for him there.
Nut honey.
They were in the backfield there on him that time.
4, take 4. 4 slide.
So it's taking Warriors a little bit to establish what they're going to do tonight. West Clermont Wolves certainly know the Warriors, playing them every year now since they've been in the ECC with them. The Warriors have faced this 2nd and 13.
A lot of motion so far from the offense.
There's a pitch. He's got a block by Lavielle Waters. Pin the guy inside, but very little gain on the play.
Back-to-back runs by Winton Woods that don't get much. See if Tyler Gooding comes back into the game on this third and long. Looks like they're giving him a breather.
3rd and 10, 3:50 left to go in the first quarter here.
See if they look for Jamar Harris again. They did earlier in the game on 3rd down.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice fade.
Fake. George is going to keep it, but they're all over him.
2, 3, 3, 5. Out of the 4. Roll replay. That's a great hole right here. Nut honey.
It were in the backfield there on him that time. Okay, so they got the Warriors down. Looks like now they're behind the sticks. Ball's going to be on the 35-yard line.
Whole replay. His ass was on the ground when he lost that ball. Well, that's kind of what
Looks like
happened.
the ball came out here at the end.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, he's still not down. Still not down. Still not down. Now he's down.
No, we still have it.
Yeah, he was good. Okay. And coming out. There we go.
But there was a fight down there for it.
Okay, so this clock moving, 3:09, and the Warriors are going to kick it over on this 4th and 10.
It's kick. Ready two. Take two. There's a kicker further back.
Neither team
There you go.
so far really being able to establish anything offensively.
Kick is up, spiral kick, it's caught, and he's immediately hauled down by the Warriors special teams, number 19 on that tackle.
Number two, you're ready. Take two now.
The penalty on the field. I didn't see where it had anything to do on the tackle, no face mask or anything of that nature.
I don't see the ref anywhere. There we go. Race three. Take three. Please, got him.
No penalty.
If there had just been a beatback, ready one, take one.
Like Hayden Jones on that punt. If he beat that guy, could have had a little bit of rushing room. It was a nice tackle.
2:46 go in the first quarter.
We'll see if they try and get Landon Young involved here. Haven't seen much of him so far. Kind of a disjointed offense so far for West Clermont.
Of course, now Landon Young, that's number 25. Yeah, he is one of their horses that they mentioned to me. And he steps around a couple of tackles, but they got him roughed up there, and he stopped.
Yeah, you are good game right now, Desmond. So I'm sorry, you're hero right now, Desmond. So you go a little bit tighter.
2nd and 7 here.
It's like our time got a little screwed up.
Ready one, take
Bo
one.
Rickman looking over to Coach Mahan over at the sideline for this play. Mix up in the backfield. Rickman runs into his back, and the Warrior defense is right there.
They just fly to the ball. Looked like there could have been a face mask there on that tackle when they got Rickman. I thought 27 got a hold of that, got away with it. Either way, a nice play by Winton Woods. Now it's 3rd and long again for West Clermont.
Clock moving. 3rd and 10, 1:23 left to go in the first quarter. This is a long first quarter.
It's been a field position game so far.
There's a give. Number 25 with the carry. Warrior defenders are all over him.
Right now, Winton Woods front 7 is just all over the rushing attack of West Clermont, not letting them get anything. That's just West Clermont getting the ball into their best players' hands, trying to make something happen.
Yeah, and this guy, Landon Young, he could make something happen. I mean, before today's game is over, he may make something happen. And the Warriors front 7 has been doing a spectacular job. So this kick is low, in over in, and hits and takes a nice wolf bounce. It's picked up, and they get him taken down at the 36-yard line, 35-yard line of the Warriors.
Looks like there's a flag back near where he punted the ball.
That's a beatback. That's a change possession back. Ready two, take two.
Here's the call.
Okay.
Ready one, take one.
So that flag will be against the West Clermont Wolves.
Is there a flag? I want to see this flag. I saw a beatback. I didn't see a flag.
Yeah, there's a flag, but they're pointing, indicating that it's against West Clermont.
All right, I just didn't see the ref. Sorry, guys.
I'm going height.
Ready? Yeah, Desmond, you are game for now.
Well, wait a minute here.
Three is still live. I'm sorry. Ready?
It's like now they're pushing it back.
So they must be indicating it's against the Warriors because it was on the 35.
Ready? One, take one. I didn't even see it. I didn't see the ref. I didn't see anything.
Okay, so this is where somebody on the Warriors offense is going to have to deputize themselves to get this thing started. You know, this is West Clermont Wolves. You know, whatever they read in the papers about the Warriors, it isn't affecting them so far. So you got to be doing it here. Pass is complete over in the left flat. He tries to make a move and he's able to pick up 6 yards.
See a lot of that from the Winton Woods offense. Send a couple receivers deep and just kind of dump it off to the guy in the flat. See if he can make a play. That's been one of their best plays so far offensively. Hasn't been much.
So that'll do it for the first quarter here from Frederick Stadium on the campus of Winton Woods High School, Forest Park, Ohio, where we have a 0-0 score. This is where the Warriors, by now, you'd have thought they'd have made a move, but you can see the way this game is unfolding that it's going to probably take one of those big plays to get this adrenaline flowing.
Interesting, you see on the Winton Woods sideline in front of the bench, they have probably about a 60-inch flat screen TV showing the defense the previous drive.
Oh yeah,
Not sure I've seen that before.
that's the first time I've seen that, Alphonse.
Yeah, I like the turf, but so we got Mario,
We got a Luigi,
a Luigi and a Mario.
and we got like colored skirts over here, colored short skirts over here.
Probably a Yoshi right here. This girl probably a Yoshi. Is that what it is? Okay. Ready, five.
Banana costume. Minions.
Okay, so here come the Warriors out on the field.
Wanna be Batman.
Ready, five. And take five. Five.
Their offense
Five is five.
You know there can only be one Batman.
Take two. Two's five. Ready,
got trips to the right.
sorry.
You know, somewhere he's got to get the ball,
Camera one should be game. Camera
get
two
it to the
should be
tight
game.
end. That's a good way to start. Ball's caught in the right flat. He's making moves and the flag is thrown. He's able to get down to the 45-yard line of the Wolves, but his flag is out there.
Looks like it'll be another holding.
It'll be against the Warriors.
Behind the offense. Ready, two. Take two. Two's live.
You see the Warriors, they got some transfers. A couple players transferred in. I know they got a receiver transferred in from Hughes.
Camera one's game.
Number one is game. Coming out to three. And
Got two transfers, Coleraine, Michael Satterwhite, and Zay Jennings. Zay Jennings was the quarterback for Coleraine. Now he just plays, he's listed as an athlete, but I've only seen him on defense so far for Winton Woods.
hold right here on number
He's a
82.
commit to West Virginia.
Didn't let him go. And out of replay.
Oh, I didn't know Coleraine was sending guys over here. I knew they had a guy from Moeller, I think, number 77. Matthew Plummer, Jr., offensive lineman, 6'6", 345.
I don't know right now. Take one. We're talking about there's a couple
There's
transfers.
George. He's got trips to his left, looking to throw to his left. That ball be incomplete. Once the guy dropped down to his knees, he did the right thing by not even catching it.
Another screen pass for
Take three.
Winton Woods, not pushing the ball down the field so far. Only had one play.
This is a lackluster game so far for both teams. 11:24 left to go in the half.
Yeah, nobody's able to move the ball. That's an issue.
These games could be dangerous like this because all it takes is one play, letting these guys hang around. George straight drop, throws his ball, but I'm telling you, the Wolves defense is playing like they've been studying film on these Warriors.
That was another screen pass, this time to the running back, and nowhere to go.
Nice follow, RT. Coming out the 4 and out the 4.
Okay, so here's 4th and 11. The Warriors are going to punt.
The punt guy.
It's like Hayden Jones is back to return it for West Clermont. One of their best wide receivers coming into this game. He hasn't seen the field at all offensively so far. Of course, he had that interception, so yeah, showed off his hands.
Hayden Jones back there for the Wolves awaiting his kick, standing on his 31-yard line. Kick is off, end over end. Takes a nice Warrior bounce, then it checks up and they got it down at the 36-yard line of the Wolves.
So far, offensively for West Clermont, they have not been able to establish a run, and that's what they want to do offensively. They came out throwing the first 5 plays or so, but ever since then they've tried to get the run game going, but the Winton Woods front 7's just been all over them.
They're not going to beat the front 7 in order to establish that run game unless they do something in the air to give these guys more to think about. Here comes the Wolf offense on the field. Bo Rickman hands off to number 1, but he's met. Elijah Embry.
Looked like he tried to cut that back inside. I don't know if he see a replay here.
You're not going to beat the Ward defense to the edge. I've been watching these games for long enough and see year in and year out teams fuel trying to beat these guys to the edge. It's not going to happen. Give nothing there. There's a wall of defenders. It's going to be up to the Ward defense to score a touchdown to get this thing started.
Xander Hawk just had nowhere to go on that. Looked like a little jet sweep.
Coming out the camera 1 and out the 1. One's live. I only got 3 plays on my highlight.
See if they ask Rickman to stretch the field here, try and get him 14 yards. See if they just have him heave it up or they just give it to Landon Young again. See if he can make a play.
Well, he's not gonna. He's not gonna make a play on a straight handoff. It's gonna be up to Young to do something with his legs. Off the hands.
They had Landon Young going straight up the seam wide open. And he was only looking to the flat, but if he looked upfield, he had Young breaking loose.
Oh, it's going to be 4th and 14. 8:46 left to go in the half. It was a good play by the Ward defense in that series. I mean, the Ward defense is doing their thing.
Ready. 3. Take 3. 3 Scott live right now. Kicker's further to the right. Ready 1.
Warriors have a man standing on his 35, and there's the kick.
I want to take my cup to the corner ice and see.
Just let it go, man. This kick is going to take Wolf roll, and Warriors will kick it in gear at their own 23-yard line. 8:35 left to go in the half. I think some of the thing with the Warriors offense is they just don't know who's going to be doing what with the ball just yet.
I just catch up. Just give me a walker taco and a round red. Give me a little best side of chips too. It don't matter.
We'll see if George see if they ask him to push it down the field a little bit. It's just been a lot of screens when they've decided to throw the ball.
It almost seems like, though, these other teams know George isn't going to run the ball. But George ought to be willing to take it off with it himself. Inside. Big scrum. The referees blow the whistle.
Yeah, referees need to blow the whistle sooner there. People get hurt that way. Roll replay.
See, on the replay, sticks his nose in there.
Gonna come out to camera 5.
Looked like Gooding stayed up for a while.
Out to camera
Only
5.
mustered about 3 there.
Here's Mystery Inc. right there.
We're told that Gooding definitely has ball skills and he's worthy of being the #1 back.
Ready, Rod? Big one. One slide. Yeah.
But even he needs this loosened up by somebody else out there. That's right. Ball's caught by Tremar Harris. Just get north with the ball. It's going to be a first down. No flags on the field. Yeah, you see, because George is accurate. I know he's accurate. Actually, he seems like he's more accurate on longer distance throws. And he's got trips left this time.
Yeah. Replay. Right. Ready, one. Take one. One slide.
There's Gooding. Pistol with him. Here's a give to Gooding, but they're in on
Nice
him.
tackle.
Wait a minute. That's a flag. That's right. The nice tackle made, but he took his helmet off, and I know he's trying to get a name, image, and license thing going on, but
He ran immediately to the bench. I'm not sure if he knows he shouldn't have done that or if he's injured or what happened. It was an interesting play there. I thought when he made the hit, as you see the unsportsmanlike call, I thought when he made the hit, his helmet popped off a little bit. You see on the replay here.
on the replay,
Looked like it was off. Looked like it was falling off, and he just took it off. Which I don't think you can do that.
it's still, they're not going to split hairs like that.
Yeah, ready 4, ready 3. Take 3. 3 slides.
So it's like the Winton Woods Warriors are down here on the 48-yard line
I know why Lamar's on that end
of the
field. He wants
Wolves,
to stay
and
in the shade. That's what it is.
7:09 left to go in the half.
Take 2. 2
Yeah.
slides.
Trips to the right.
Yeah, they are. You're right. They're mostly on that side of the field anyway.
George straight drop, looking to throw deep.
Throw the ball.
Ball's thrown deep, receiver wide open, and it's defended.
Ready 3. Take 3.
Looked like
Defender.
George was just a little bit late seeing his guy up the seam. It was a really nice play by Bert Caden.
Yeah, that was the play they needed to happen.
Looked like they had 2 guys. One guy up the sideline, one up the seam, and only one defender back there, and he did a nice job going over to knock that ball away and leaving the guy on the sidelines. So you see the replay here. So he had number 5 as well.
Out of replay. Okay, camera 2, camera 1 slide. Ready 2.
Really nice job.
Take 2. 2 slides.
It's one of the few plays we've seen them push it downfield so far. A little bit more this drive though.
Here we go, there's a give. Round right in, breaks a couple tackles, he's near first down.
4, take 4 slides. Ready replay. Roll replay.
Nice run by Isaiah Garrett. He's listed as a freshman, splitting carries with Gooding.
We're going to come out to camera 4 first and then the 1. Yeah, across about midfield, far side, right in front.
So the guy down here for West Clermont.
Okay, that's all right. Ready 1. Take 1. 1's live. He's back there. Oh, look at this guy. Wow, right here.
3rd and 1, they're calling it.
Take 2. It's the same group we've had before. There's Scooby on the left. Yeah, that's the Joker.
Yep, that's Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Yeah. Ready 5.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
Five is live.
I see
where Alfonso, where they got this player down injured.
He's up.
You know, West Clermont Wolves, they bring a respectable crowd in here with them tonight.
One line.
It's like a nice trip around 275.
Ready, 5. Take 5. 5 is live.
That's right, and you make that trip around 275 loop on a Friday evening, you want something to show for it on the way home.
1, take 1. One's live.
There's someone chewing their fake nail in front of camera 5.
See, nobody's watching the big screen TV.
Ready, 2.
Looks like Garrett's the running back again next to George, not Gooding. See if they give it to him. Try and get this 1 yard.
Got the ball, just get the yard. First down is picked up, no flags on the field.
Nice and clean.
Ready, replay. And roll replay.
Did a nice job avoiding the tackle in the backfield to get that first down.
And out for 2. 2's live.
This is their best drive, anyone's best drive so far, midway through the second quarter.
Ball on the 35-yard line of the Wolves. George throws this ball on the left flat. It's caught. About a 4-yard gain off this play.
3's live.
Maybe 3-yard gain.
Ready,
Like another screen to Tramar Harris. Michael Satterwhite, one of them out there blocking.
5 is live.
Gooding comes back into the game for Garrett.
Second down and 7.
Ready, 2. Take 2. 2's live.
5:25 left. George fakes the pitch, throws deep, over the middle, incomplete. Tremar Harris.
Tried to force it into double coverage.
Close shot. Camera 2 is live.
He had Michael Satterwhite open as well over the middle,
Camera 1, go back to the quarterback. Camera 3, go back
but
to
he's
the quarterback.
trusting his star receiver to make a play, and he led him a little too far.
Yeah, well, he led him a little too far on that one, and previous play or earlier, he didn't quite lead him far enough. So,
Ready, 2.
but I'm giving the Clermont, West Clermont Wolves defense credit. They come in here and they're matching up well.
Little to the left there.
The Warriors are doing them a favor by not going to the outside with runs.
Oh, man. Again.
Looked like miscommunication there.
Ball's incomplete, looking to catch Tremar Harris.
George is lucky
Camera 1
West Clermont's defender wasn't
QB, camera 1.
looking at him. It could have been, that could have been going the other way.
Ready, 1. Take 1. One's live.
Now it's 4th down, and I imagine,
They got to go for it. They
I
can't, they
imagine
don't
they'll
got a
stay on
leg.
the field here and look for Tramar Harris.
Too close.
So 4th and 7.
No way. Ready, high school level? Are you kidding me?
Give Gooding the ball.
That's a 50-yard
Let him
kick.
run
What are you
somebody
talking about?
over.
Jeez. No, 50.
George straight drop.
Bad 10.
Throws his ball over the left flat. It's caught. Looks like it's going to be a first down for the Warriors. Tremar Harris with the grab.
Just a 10-yard out route. Get past the sticks, and George is looking at him the whole way. Hayden Jones almost got there to make the play.
That's all you need.
Nice blocking up front by that offensive line. I'm seeing number 73, Raphael Green, stalwart blocking there.
Take 2.
There's George, he pitches. Gooding steps over a guy. They get him finally down at the 15-yard line, call it the 16.
Now there's a late flag thrown after the tackle. Like right where the tackle is made. Could be a dead ball foul.
I think 77 keeps it up like baby Huey the whole time.
You should have seen the kid last year.
No, yeah, that's true. The whole belly was open.
Gonna guess this is on West Claremont.
Baseball foul. Personal foul against West Clermont.
Personal foul on West Clermont.
First down. Full replay. Yep, first
It's
down.
going to be
15 yards at the end of the play.
first and goal.
So first and goal.
Warriors got this ball on the 8-yard line. 4:54 left to go in the half.
I don't know where we saw it. Coming out to 3 and out to 3. Three's live. I got baby Huey here on 4.
Goody
Number 4 is frozen
back
right now,
there
and it
waiting
just went off.
for the snap.
Take one. Ready, take two. I got no camera 4.
Lavia Waters
My guess
chips
is
them
this
all
is a
to the right.
transmitter battery.
Gooding
Oh,
with the
it's a
carry.
transmitter battery.
Straight ahead. There's a flag on the play.
Looks like it'll be a holding. Gooding just ran into his own blocker, tried to cut it back, but he couldn't cut it back enough. West Clermont, 2 dead ball fouls this drive has really helped Winton Woods, but looks like Winton Woods will get a holding here, driving back a little bit.
Holding Winton Woods.
Those toss plays with those offensive linemen pulling, sometimes they get a hold of a jersey. You see the replay here.
So yeah. And out of replay. Yeah,
They go from the 4 all the way back to the 18.
No, that's a killer.
Got 4 tries to
Yeah, you went
try and
off
get it in the
completely
end
for a
zone.
moment. You're back.
At some point, I'd want to know what Vance George could do with his legs. Because they know Gooding is going to take the ball. This guy, number 21, he looks like he has no problems with it.
Don't get yelled at.
Haven't seen George run the ball
That's replay worthy, man. I
much
got to
so
see
far
that.
this year. He's a big dude though. If he gets in space, he could
That's
go
what I'm
over.
saying. He's big enough to run in there.
Screw it. Guy rep was just telling him
Gonna
where
throw.
he can stand.
Over the middle, this ball's caught. Traymar Harris runs over a guy, and he's still on his feet down near the 3-yard line where they got a scrum, and blow the whistle, ref.
Fourth live.
Big play for the Warriors.
Replay. Roll replay.
4:03 left to go in the half. Clock moving.
Really good throw by George. His number 23 for West Clermont had a chance to lay a big hit, and he completely whiffed. Leads to 2nd and goal now.
Coming out to camera 1.
See if they try another toss to Gooding.
2nd and goal. There's Vance George. Shifts Gooding behind him. Straight give to Gooding. He's muscles in there, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Winton Woods Warriors. 3:30 left to go in the half, and the Warriors dent the scoreboard.
Probably later than Winton Woods coach Chad Murphy wanted, but they finally get a good drive together. Get some nice plays, and Gooding runs it in.
Yeah, when you're playing at home, you got to establish dominance. You see him setting them up for this point after. TJ Buckman is the holder. Hold is down, the kick is up, and that kick is good.
What a nice job by the holder. That snap bounced to him. Great job getting that ball down.
So with 3:30 left to go in the half here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 7 and the visiting West Clermont Wolves nothing.
Winton Woods started this game with the ball. Interesting now with West Clermont. See if they can put together a couple good drives going into the break and coming out of the break to try and retake or try and take the lead.
As we see the Warrior band symboled over on the far sideline in order to entertain the crowd here with their halftime show. Looks like the Warrior cheerleaders got a little mini me cheerleader in her little uniform.
It is
Okay, so from what I'm told, this is band night, and the middle school, and I think possibly some of the old alumni of the band are
That
here.
is correct. Ready two, take two.
And so they're just going to be, wait, this kick is off. Here comes the Wolves trying to get outside, but the special teams and Warriors put the stop to him.
He could have got outside. He had a block out there on the sideline, but tough to get to the edge against Winton Woods. So much speed
Yep.
all over the field. Now West Clermont will start right around the 20.
3:23 left to go in the half as West Clermont comes out on the field.
This is a big drive for West Clermont.
Coming out the one.
You don't want to give the ball back to Winton Woods before the half, give them another chance to score. So if
That's
you're not
right.
going to score, you want to take up time. It's miscommunication.
He got hammered there.
Looked like he tried to hand it off to Young to his left, but he went to his right.
Yeah, mix up in the backfield. And so all was left for Bo Rickman was to keep from getting clobbered as best he could.
Yeah, it's like, look at this. It's like,
Clock moving, 2:55 left to go in the half.
too late. Coming out to three. And out to three. Three's live. Ready one. Pick one.
He's got 15 in the slot with no one on him. They choose to run it.
Well,
Take four. Four's live. Lamar, you're leaning a little
And this
to
is
the
what
right.
you don't want if you're West Clermont.
You're leaning a lot
Now
to
it's
the
third and long, and Winton Woods takes a timeout
Take two. Two's live.
with the chance to get a stop here and get the ball back in Vance George's hands. Try and make this a two-score game.
and I don't even know if the Warriors would be satisfied just getting this ball back via the punt. They might want to jailbreak this kick.
But a tough go so far offensively for West Clermont.
Yes. Ready two. Take two. Who's live? Those are the middle school kids in blue coming over. Ready one. Take one. One's live.
Well, Max, do you have any idea what some of these other local scores are
35.
evolving into as we go along?
Trying to get a look here at Coleraine and Oak Hills. Look like Oak Hills is putting it to Coleraine right now.
Oak Hills is putting it to Coleraine.
That's what it looks like.
Ready two. Man, that is not normal. Usually Coleraine would walk up on Oak Hill. Ready two. Take one. Take one. One's live. Yeah, I know. I know Coleraine this year is not good at all. Okay, camera two, get back to game.
Okay, so here we are, 3rd and 11.
Take two. Third and 11.
Bo Rickman, wait for the snap. Sets a man in motion. Throws his ball incomplete, just over the hands of his intended receiver there.
Man, Bo Rickman has to be just kicking himself. He completes that pass, and he's got one man to beat.
Yeah, that Elijah Embry, you know, he could have had a real track meet going if he'd have hung on to that ball.
No, they're kicking. Ready one.
You
Take
see
one.
the Warriors sending a man on the 50-yard line to wait this kick.
There's a kicker to your right.
2:28 left.
Okay, too tight. We didn't get to see anything from our team.
This ball is caught. Still on his feet. The host of special teams, Wolves, are on him, so looks like the Warriors are going to put it in gear on their own 45-yard line.
It's a nice job by the punt returner, just holding on to the ball.
That's right.
There were about 9 West Clermont defenders trying to rip that away. You see on the replay, Landon Young eventually comes in and just tries to rip it out.
Coming out the camera, two, and out to two. Two's live.
Should I go game or stay tight?
Go game. And ready.
Okay, so here come the Wolves out here to address this with their defense. think George needs to hold their feet to the fire with this 218 and try to throw the ball deep some more.
Take one slide.
Good snap, straight drop, looking to throw.
Oh, wide open.
Crossing pattern over the middle, but it's going to be a flag on the play.
The right tackle didn't even, to me, make an attempt to legally block the defender. It looked like he just grabbed the jersey. And that'll take away a nice gain by Michael Satterwhite.
That's the guy you said transferred in from Coleraine?
Yeah.
Ready two, take two slide.
So what happened over there at Coleraine? You don't hear a lot of their guys leaving in mass like that.
Not a good state right now over at Coleraine. New coaches here. And I think it was a really good hire, but just not at a good state right now. Not much talent over there. Coleraine used to have guys from Winton Woods coming to Coleraine.
I don't think so. Oh, intercepted!
That's picked off.
And that's going to be a touchdown for the visiting West Clermont Wolves. 2 minutes and 1 second left to go in the half, and that's about a 20-yard interception return. Ball was just lazily thrown out there by Vance, George, and defender.
Looks like Caden Burt just completely undercut that.
Yeah, like he was reading his eyes.
Ready four. Ready three, take three slide. Center four, I lost you completely. I
Okay,
got
so
no video from you.
the Wolves, number 4 being here, Isaac Cooper Jr. tried his point after. 12 men on the field. And
Looks like about 20 guys on the field for Winton Woods.
if this is the danger of not having a running game that
Outside Winton Woods.
Now guys go off the field for,
they're going to try 2-point conversion now.
Now they're at the 1. They're just thinking they're going to try and go for it here. It's Winton Woods trying to get their defense together, get the right number of guys out on the field. West Clermont will just go ahead and use a
West
timeout.
Clermont uses a timeout.
Probably a good choice if you're going to go for it here. You want to make sure you have the right play, because this isn't a spot where you have to go for it. But if you're going to do it, then really big play, especially with how their offense has struggled so far.
Yes, or they may go for two at this point.
So you see the replay here.
Yeah, they should go for 2.
Looked like just a throw into the flat.
Yeah,
He
that
just
pass.
undercut that, picked it off. Looked like he was trying to get it to Satterwhite. Just a lazy throw.
Yeah, it was.
I still don't have you, Lamar. Your transmitter's battery may be dead. You may just need to put a new battery.
Well, the Warriors are going to have to figure out what to do because they're just not getting enough good offense tonight.
Looked like that pick 6 was by Aiden Turner.
Coming out the camera. One.
I said Burt Caden, apologies.
One slide.
Sometimes the numbers are a little hard to see from the press box.
Oh, trust me. I got old eyes. I can't see them as good as you. So they're going to go for 2, Max.
Going for two.
I think this will just be a run to Young.
You run straight up the middle.
Keep
and
it with Rickman.
they got him stopped. No, he didn't get in.
They're going to cut him short.
But that was the best thing they could do. They wasn't going to beat him to the outside or nothing. So 1:55 left to go in the half here. We have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 7 and the visiting West Clermont Wolves 6.
That was a really nice play by Justin Tackle and Justin Hill in the hole here, as you see on the replay. Rickman tries to cut it back, and Hill's just waiting there for him. Hill, one of the best defensive players in the city. He's got some big time offers.
Oh, I could understand it.
Okay, so let's
So with this 155 left to go in the half, you know, you got to make sure that the Wolves don't try to get cute on this kick. Because if I was them, I would.
That 2-point conversion that was not converted could really come back to haunt them with how their offenses moved the ball so far, because they haven't moved the ball.
Yeah, but they got 2 interceptions in this game. There's the kickoff. It's picked up by the Warriors on the 33-yard line. Just run north with. It's finally taken down. Looks like near the 30.
That's why you do those scoop kicks. Get the ball into a guy's hands who's not used to having the ball. Especially on the return. A lot of guys running at him. Now a 2-minute drill here for Winton Woods and George trying to get points on the board. Can't imagine Chad Murphy's too excited with how his offense has played so far. Really only one drive putting things together.
Advanced George, trips right. He's rolling to his right. Goes his ball.
That's picked off.
Picked off again. Why would they do that? George is able to knock this guy out of bounds. Looks like down near the about the 7-yard line. 146 left to go.
That was just a rollout, a 5-yard rollout, trying to get it into the hands of your best player. And number 13 picked that off for West Clermont.
You see on the replay here where, you know, the offensive line was blocking, and then, oh, that's number 13, Bo Rickman. Had 4 solo tackles last week. Now he's trying to get 4 interceptions this week.
Just trying to get the ball into Harris's hands.
Okay, so here's the Warriors defense now. Rickman won't do these guys a favor. Oh, yes, he did. Incomplete. So that's gonna. Second and goal from the 8-yard line.
That play was Rickman just trying to throw it to the right corner of the end zone. Looked like a bit of a miscommunication.
I saw you for a moment. I do not see you now. I don't know why.
You know, like you were saying, Coach Murphy can't be too happy about this performance of his offense, and I don't want to be a fly on the wall in that dressing room at halftime.
Last 2 throws by George has been 2 interceptions. He's already got 3 tonight.
3 interceptions.
Very unlike him.
Gonna run with it. He's got men in front of him. He stiff arms this guy. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Looked like a direct snap. That wasn't Rickman back there. It's number 2 for West Clermont, Bryson Early.
Bryson Early, he's one of their offensive players that gets the job done for him.
That's what West Clermont's doing when they're at their best offensively. Getting it in their best players' hands, just letting them make plays.
Okay, so here's the Wolves lining up for this point after attempt once they get it sorted out. Who's going to be blocking? There's a snap to hold it down. The kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 1:32 left to go in the half here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 7 and the visiting Clermont Wolves 13.
If you're West Clermont, you have to be just over the moon about how this half has transpired over the last few minutes as you see the touchdown by Early.
Yeah, I mean, that proves, you know, you let guys hang around by having inept offense and no one's really getting anything done, and next thing you know, big play here and there could give someone a legitimate shot to beat you.
Haven't seen much of Early so far tonight. until that touchdown run.
Let's see what the West Clermont Wolves come up with. These squib kicks have been really doing them not too bad.
Like
you
West
say, they're-
Clermont only has 10 on the field. Now they'll run a guy out there.
Squib kicks serve the purpose of getting the ball into the hands of a guy who's not used to carrying the ball on a kickoff return. So here we go. He steps into it. Another squibber. Bounced off the guy. Fall on it. Breaks the tackle, but he's still around right in. This kind of play ends up being a flag somewhere. He's still on his feet. 40-yard line. 50. Still in bounds, and they run him out. Looks like near the 43-yard line.
There's a flag back at the 45. This will come back.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of play that it ends up being a flag.
It's another good run by Garrett. He's had a lot of those tonight as a running back, this time as a returner. Just making something happen, breaking a couple tackles, but it looks like this will come back. But we'll see.
Holding on the Warriors.
Penalties so far have been the story for Winton Woods.
So this ball is going to be placed down at the Ward 35-yard line with 1:19 left to go in the half. Nice carry.
Just 10 yards further back. Beautiful, but what's going? 10. Ooh, the block in the back there somewhere.
Okay, so we'll have to see what the Warriors come up with. They got a new quarterback in the game.
Camel 1 is live. I see you, yes.
It's like George is standing next to a coach on the sideline. Doesn't appear to be injured. This could be just, you're not playing well.
Well, that happens sometimes. That's where, you know, you got to have a respectable backup. Well, the Warriors are huddling over here to figure out the best way to address this minute 19. I don't think they've done enough to establish their running game.
Looks like that was Brayshawn Brown in the game for Winton Woods at quarterback. Played a little bit last week against Walnut Hills with 13 passing yards. See if
It
it's
looks
still
to
him.
be playing a lot this week.
Yep, it's still him back there with George on the sideline. Interested to see how they manage this with the backup quarterback in. See if they try and play this aggressively or just hand the ball off to Gooding and Garrett. Gooding's next to him now.
Like they're going to play it aggressively, going to throw against his body.
A late throw to the sideline to Satterwhite. He was looking down the field, so you'll see on the replay here, and then he eventually comes back to Satterwhite.
Yeah, well, that body language he's exhibiting on that play looks like he's got interception waiting in him too. Just, I don't know, after a while, if Gooding is your man, give him the ball. Tell the guys to block and give him the ball.
It's a risky decision here by Murphy going with the backup, in my opinion. Although George hasn't looked good tonight either.
Long throw.
Oh, what a catch.
Oh, it's caught. Comes down with it on the, 20-yard line. The Warriors get a big play out of their backup quarterback.
Right as I'm saying that it's a risky decision to put in the backup here, he makes an incredible throw down the field to number 84.
Clock moving under a minute, looks like.
It's like that was
55
Ryan
seconds.
Cooley. Now trips again to the right.
I think it was the move to do, though. If this guy's got 3 interceptions, take him out of the game. There's give to Gooding around left in. Picks up about 3-4 yards and gets out of bounds. Clock stops 34.9 seconds. These first half stats are going to just be indicative of very little offense. Quite a bit of defense.
When apologies, not Oak Hills. When Winton Woods so far has made plays, it's been big plays. A lot of their plays so far have gone for big yardage. It's either been kind of the all or nothing offense so far. Now they're inside the 20.
Well, they're getting a sense of urgency, you can tell. Keeps the ball, ball's caught.
It's Harris inside the 10. Done a lot of these rollouts going to each side. Trying to get a guy deep, a guy over the middle, and a guy to the sideline.
It's going to be 1st and goal now for the Warriors. 29.1 seconds left to go in the half.
Ready 3, Nicky 4, take 4, 4's line. Okay,
We
ready 2.
got trips left.
They got a rush.
Great drop. He's trying to throw this ball over the middle. This ball's caught. No, incomplete. He's dislocated and separated from that ball. Clermont Harris comes up with a little hitch in his giddy up. That was a hammer of a hit that was put on him there.
Earlier in the game, they had a chance to make a big hit on Harris over the middle, and they missed. And this time, Early hits him and knocks that ball out. Early had that touchdown run for West Clermont.
24.4 seconds.
Winton Woods does have a timeout left. West Clermont is out of them.
Great drop, throws his ball over the middle. No, not over the middle. Incomplete, out of bounds. 3rd down and 9.
That was just throw the ball up and let Harris make a play, and he just dropped it.
Yep.
That was another really good throw by the quarterback. Giving his best player a chance.
3rd and 9, here's the Warriors offense. 18.8 seconds left.
4 down territory here. Interesting to see if they give it to Gooding, but they're
Great
going to throw.
drop. Pass incomplete, flag on the play. That's going to go against the West Clermont Wolves.
I'm guessing this will be a pass interference on the defense. I imagine we'll get a look here at the replay. I thought he just lost his footing. I didn't think there was much contact there.
I think there was enough. We'll see what happens here. 15.2 seconds left.
Oh, they're going to call this on Winton Woods. Looks like it was an illegal man downfield.
Goodness. Winton Woods has shot herself totally in the foot then.
Yeah, I didn't think there was enough
Looked
contact
like
there for a pass interference. Either way.
2nd and 9.
So is
3rd and 9 they're going to call it.
Guess that's just a loss of down.
And if you can't get this, you might as well send your kicker out to see if you can get 3.
Oh, this is 4th and 9.
Oh. He's not going to make it.
Big time stop for West
Looks like
Clermont.
the Warriors are stopped on that 4th and 9 play. I don't know what this kicker, they need their place kicker, but at some point they're going to need him. They should have just sent him out there.
Really interesting to me that they didn't even think about kicking it there. They had a timeout to use to think about it on the loss of down, and they just went for it. West Clermont will probably knee it going to the half and feeling great about how this first half has transpired for them.
But the Warriors, they got to find out if they got a good guy with the goal line or a good guy with the goal post. And this guy here, I know he just come out for the team this year, basically, but they got to see what they got. Let him put him in there. So that's going to do it for the first half from Frederick Stadium here on the campus of Winton Woods High School, where we have a score of the visiting West Clermont Wolves 13 and your Winton Woods Warriors 7.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
Roger Bacon.
The music for tonight's halftime show is comprised of favorites from the 1960s. We open up with the 1969 hit from Neil Diamond. Everyone knows the lyrics of the title here is Sweet Caroline. Cheer our team on with WW. Tonight we open our show with the incomparable Warren Hills Killing Me Softly.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Ohio. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In the second half, Max, the home team will be wise to institute a solid run game. This season is young, but don't assume things will just fall into place. In this game, the INTs have to be addressed, and benching George is the answer, at least for now. If the War D can come up with some pick sixes of their own, I would feel better, Max. What are your thoughts on the second half of this game?
Let's go back to the first half. Story of the first half for me was 10 total yards for West Clermont. You look at that, and you would just think that they're not even close in this game, but the story of the game has been turnovers. Vance George, 3 interceptions, and that led to his benching. They went down the stretch there with their backup quarterback. He led them down the field, couldn't get it in the end zone, and now West Clermont will get the ball to start this second half. They had one first down in the first half, and that was on the first drive, and that was on a hard count when they got Winton Woods to jump off sides. Never since then, they haven't been able to move the ball, but they have 13 points. Great job by them creating turnovers so far.
Exactly, and you have to give credit. They come, like I said earlier, you come across 275 loop in Friday traffic, you don't want to just show up. You want to give a good account of yourself. So it looks like the Warriors are about to step off into this kick. Their special teams, anything they could use to make a play to get some momentum change around, and that kick is grabbed on the 6-yard line, straight north with the ball there. He falls, and that's going to do it right at the 19. And what's this flag about?
Not quite sure what this flag's about. I imagine it'd be a holding on the return. He just fell on his own.
It happened afterwards.
Well, I don't know what
Looks like a personal foul.
Coach Murphy told these guys at halftime, but I'm sure he was laying down the law.
Looked like a low block.
Right there. Ready, replay, roll replay. Here's
So get a replay here.
You can see it up front.
Yep.
Boom.
Okay.
Coming out the 1 and out the 1.
20 gave him a look. What are you doing?
Okay, so this is going to be where the Warrior defense has to stand up. Still within their power.
If you're West Clermont, you really need to get this run game going.
Man in motion. There's a give to him. He's going straight north with the ball, and the Warrior defense gets him down, but not till he approaches the 20-yard line.
Looks like that
There's a hold. I see. Of course, I'm just sitting up here, but looks like the Warrior defender number 27 was being held.
It's like a helmet issue. Woods player will run off. That was the first carry of the game for Hayden Jones, the receiver. He's made a bunch of plays tonight defensively as well, including at one of the interceptions on George. Haven't seen him much tonight on offensively until now. Wonder if he's a secret weapon here in the second half.
Okay, so here come the Wolves as they break the huddle, 11-14 in the third quarter. Rickman keeps it himself. Can't get much.
What was that, RT? Okay, well, they need to, not be in front of you. You can tell them. Ready, 2, take 2.
So 3rd and 2. This is where the Warrior defense has to shut it down here.
Ready, 1, take 1.
See if they keep it with Rickman or give it to Young on the ground. They're trying to get another hard count. There's the flag.
We're going to call this
Just a delay
game against the Wolves. The Wolves, they were smart. They would just snap the ball and hit the hole. And all this cute stuff.
Whatever it was, add 5. 32, take 2. 2's live. Never got a chance to get water.
Our defenders are playing a good game,
You got a moment to grab your water.
but they can't do it all. The ball is tipped in the air, incomplete.
Get to it. Take 2. Thank you.
Like the linebacker, Justin Hill almost got to that ball after the tip and picked it off. Just going to a quick slant on the outside.
So this is going to make it 4th down and 7.
So that got to be a kick, guys.
Warriors got a guy standing on the Wolf 45-yard line and waiting his kick.
Watch your wiggles, man. Take 1. Let's live.
This is where the Warriors
32.
got to make sure they don't give him new life by roughing this kicker.
Not gonna get to the 50.
Kick is off. Ooh, it's taking a Wolf bounce and rolls out of bounds near the 40-yard line of the Warriors.
Interested to see who comes out to be the Winton Woods quarterback.
Brayshawn Brown comes out to be the Winton Woods quarterback. And it's going to be up to him to get these guys fired up.
That's not Brayshawn Brown or Vance George. That's number 7. He hasn't played a snap tonight at quarterback.
Well, now, the coaching staff knows their personnel, so.
That's former Clermont quarterback Zay Jennings.
Jennings
He's going to
keeps
keep
the
it.
ball. He goes up the middle. It looks like he picks up 5 yards.
That's shades of what they ran at Clermont the last year. Little bit of the option. The fake handoff to Garrett. Didn't throw much at Clermont. He does have a good arm.
I mean, this game is still within the realm where if they just run the ball, they can do what they need to. And he's taken down. Little or no gain on that play.
Jennings has not played quarterback at all this year. Interesting now that they're going to him in a crucial time in this game as George and Brown just standing on the sideline next to the coaches.
Yeah, well, that's the coaches, whatever they decided. But at some point, I'm wondering why Gooding, I don't see him in there.
Looks like they'll send another guy in motion here.
There's a give to the motion man.
He's going to be a yard short. It looked like Jennings wanted to pull that ball and go up the middle, but Garrett just kind of ripped it away from him, and it's going to be 4th and short.
Yep. And this is where you got to have your running game. Where this is where Goody, number 26, if he's your heir apparent back there, he should be getting these carries. Fourth and 1.
Imagine this will just be a keeper.
Keeps it himself, runs up the middle, he breaks a couple tackles, and they finally get him down at the Wolf 42-yard line. Would it be a 1st down for the Warriors?
Nice job by Zay Jennings. He has plenty of burst going straight up the middle.
Yeah, he looks like he's a little bit shifty.
Lamar, you might want to get over to the other side of the planet there.
There's a give. Block on the outside, but he can't get too much, maybe 2 yards.
Take two, 2 wide.
7:06 left to go in the third quarter. Second down and 6 is where the Warriors need to maintain possession and keep this drive alive. Got a convoy round left in, but the Wolves defense is there waiting. Let them get about 2 yards. This ball's going to be down at the 40, 35-yard line.
This looks a lot like the Coleraine offense last year with Zay Jennings at quarterback. Just run left, run right, run up the middle, just trying to get him in space to make a play. We'll see if they give him the opportunity to make a throw, but they haven't so far. We'll see here on third down.
Cuts it inside, but they're waiting for
He's going to
him.
be short. The same exact play they sent Satterwhite. I believe that was Satterwhite in motion and just follow his block. This will be 4th and 1.
4th and 1.
They're going to stay on the field, obviously.
I wonder what happened to Gooding.
Yeah, it's been all Garrett so far this drive. We'll see if they can get a playoff here. Murphy's going down to the ref. See if he wants to call timeout.
They could kind of run there. Nobody in front of me picks it up.
Just when you think we've seen every run possible so far this drive, they pull a misdirection out.
Yeah.
Sent Jennings the opposite way that the motion was coming from. Jennings is a really physical runner.
It's all right if he's a physical runner as long as he maintains possession of that ball while he's jerking and snatching. There he's with the carry around right in. He's going to make it through. There's a flag on the play.
Looks like this will come back.
See what the call is here. Holding against Winton Woods.
And they're going to take Zay Jennings out here. They're going to go back to Brown at quarterback. Looks like it'll be 1st and about 17, 20. With 1st and forever, now I imagine we'll see them push the ball with Jennings out, Brown back in the game.
Pitch.
Good.
Runs through a couple tackles. They're getting down about the 27-yard line.
That's more of what we saw in the first
That's
half from this
Gooding.
offense.
That's right. You got to establish Gooding. If that's going to be your man this year, establish him. You know, this game scores only 13-7. Well, I saw a good college game last night. You know, there's the ball, pitch, he runs through a tackle, he's on his feet in the end zone. And it's going to be a touchdown for the Winton Woods Warriors. No flags on the field.
See the replay, just a pitch back to Garrett.
Nice block.
Almost completely untouched. They've done a lot with Gooding in their early downs so far tonight. Then 2nd and 3rd down, they've gone back to Garrett. He certainly is more burst than Gooding. That time ran past everyone
The
into the end
hold's
zone.
down, and that kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 3:25 left to go in the third quarter, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 14 and the visiting West Clermont Wolves 13. Well, it's good that the Warriors did something to get on the scoreboard and get some of that taste out of their mouth.
Right now, that failed extra 2-point conversion earlier in the game by West Clermont looms large.
I'll get this done here. Now, your way. Now I can
Well, it looks like you're proud to see the cold rain effect in this game, huh?
Yeah. Caught me by surprise. Zay gave them a nice impact on that drive. When he was in the game, it was just all him, just motoring down the field, getting first downs.
Okay, so the Warriors lining up to address this kickoff. In West Clermont Wolves, if they end up getting a respectable return out of this, this is where the Warriors special teams make their presence felt. Nice kick. Down to the 1 yard line, he's gonna bring it out, looking for a place to run, and the special teams are all over him down there at the 13-yard line.
Just a disaster for West Clermont. Kickoff returner catches it running back towards the end zone, then turns around and there's about 3 Winton Woods defenders already at the 20-yard line. Just no chance for Early.
Football is a lot like boxing. You got to have good tune-ups for the next week's game, and that 49-0 score last week wasn't the tune-up that you ideally want to see.
the drum corps and trombones doing some neat stuff down there on the track right in front.
Okay, so here comes the Wolves. 3:18 left to go in the third quarter. Quarterback's gonna run it himself. He's getting, ooh, nice tackle.
That tackle was by Zay Jennings.
Zay Jennings, so he's playing both ways, you know.
If Rickman gets to the outside there, he has plenty of room to run, but you cannot beat these guys to the edge. Has not happened so far tonight. Doesn't happen much in general. So much talent on this defense as Zay Jennings is a commit to West Virginia.
Okay, so here come the Wolves dressing this 2nd and 12. Direct snap, but there's nothing much doing, maybe a yard.
West Clermont just not able to establish a run. Coming into this game, they led the conference in rushing yards by over 200. Tonight, just have not been able to get anything going. Coming into the second half, they only had 10 total yards. Just hasn't been much for them offensively. They've been fortunate that Vance George was giving the ball away.
Well, that's the opening. That's what give them a chance to even be in this game. 1:47 left to go in the third quarter.
They're passing. They got 2 wideouts. No, keeper.
Keeps the ball, he gets good yardage.
Nope, short.
It's going to be a little bit short of the first down. Looks like it's going to be 4th and a yard.
Really interesting to see what they do here.
Maybe 2.
Rickman running to the sideline to get a call from the coach. They're going to go for this. Scoreboard says 4th and 8. Now it's 4th and 2.
Okay, so they're going to go for it unless Rickman can punt.
Winton Woods making a bunch of subs here, trying to get. Might have to call timeout here.
They're not showing Winton Woods any respect to go for this on 4th down deep in their own territory.
See if this will be a hard count. Worked earlier in this game. Yeah, it'll be a timeout.
They'll take the timeout. 47.4 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. I'm watching this game and I'm seeing the defense holding up their end of the deal. You know, this first action for me in the booth for Waycross Community Media since girls softball season back in May. And girls softball team, it was a pleasure to cover them this year and looking forward to seeing them again in the spring. Okay, so here we are. The Wolves are going to punt. Warriors are sending the man back to his 49-yard line, and kick is off.
Good punt.
In over in punt. It's picked up on the 30. He outruns one defender, and he cuts through 2. And he's thrown down rudely.
Got fortunate there it wasn't a horse collar tackle.
Looks like the Warriors have put it in gear on their own 35-yard line.
This has become a game of what quarterback will come out for Winton Woods. Looks like it'll be Brown.
Yeah, to me, you don't put George in the game no more today. I mean, there's nothing, he's not going to recover from this today.
Yeah, George is done tonight. Jennings is limping on the sideline. This could be the Brayshawn Brown show the rest of the night.
35.3 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
He's in the pistol with Garrett behind him.
There's the pitch to Garrett.
Nice tackle.
Nothing there.
It was a great tackle by Carter Lucas. See a replay here. Star defensive tackle for West Clermont.
2nd and 11. Clock is ticking down, and it's like that'll do it for 3 quarters of play here from Frederick Stadium. So at the end of 3 quarters of a play, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 14 and the visiting West Clermont Wolves 13. Hang on for the 4th quarter of this one. Winton Woods, again, that came last week. I think they played the Walnut Hills Eagles. And they've got another set of Eagles coming in here later on, the Milford Eagles. I know that's later on, but
going into this 4th quarter, this is exactly how Western Clermont is going to win this game coming into it. They weren't going to outrun and outscore Winton Woods. They needed to muck it up, and they've done a great job of that.
Winton Woods has the ball.
Now it's just the failed 2-point conversion looming very large. They trail by 1 going into the 4th.
Here's a snap. Nice block. Throw the ball.
He threw it right to Early.
Ready 3, take 3.
Looks like that pass is intercepted.
Even if there is a down to the,
See a flag on the field.
Daggone it, got the wrong graphics.
See what this flag is about, unless that's just a change of possession flag.
I don't know if he was out of bounds when he threw that ball. A couple
He
players.
may have been in front of the line. He was not out of bounds, but he may have been in front of the line of scrimmage. Thank you.
A couple of players were signaling complete pass. We'll get a call here.
Man downfield.
Well, it looks to me like the Warriors still haven't
So
decided what their offensive identity is going to be yet.
that's 4 interceptions tonight. 3 by George, 1 by Brown. And if you're West Clermont, you have to execute here and get points as you see the replay. He was totally in bounds. Good hit on the quarterback. I mean, he just threw right to the defender.
Coming out to camera 2 and out to 2. I don't have
Okay, so here's the Wolves taking the field on this 1st and 10 from the Warrior 40-yard line.
I don't want anything to do with the referees.
Straight drop. Long pass.
Oh, man.
This man laid out for that ball, but just outside of reach of his fingertips.
That was a stop and go route to Hayden Jones, 1-on-1 on the top of the screen, and he had him beat. Just Rickman led him a little too far. Pressure was coming in on him. And he just overthrew him. Almost a great catch.
This is where the Warrior defense is going to have to step up. Sack this guy, make him feel some pressure, some heat.
Ready 2, take 2, ready 1, take 1.
There's 25 with the carry. That's Landon Young.
Take 2.
Young just has not been able to get it going tonight.
Ready 1, take 1. Fly. Holding, that way.
Holding against the Wolves.
2nd and 20 now.
Ready 3, take 3. From the previous era, the Bengals are better now. Roll replay. I mean, if we're talking about preseason though.
I'm not sure West Clermont has 20 yards tonight. Now they need 20 yards here on this drive to keep this drive going.
Well, if the other team throws in interceptions to you all night long, you can still manage. Man in motion. He's going to run to his right. He throws his ball. It's caught. Skips around the would-be tackle, still on his feet, down to the Warrior 39-yard line. Will it be a first down? No, it won't be a first down, but
Just a rollout here to Landon Young. That's one of the first times tonight he's had the ball in space. He makes a man miss and makes this at least 3rd and manageable.
clock moving. 10:45 left to go in the game. 3rd and 9 on the Warrior 39-yard line. Somebody on defense needs to step up. There's a keeper, and he's hit hard.
It's going to be 4th and short. They're gonna go for this here. They have to go for this, unless they have a kicker that is Evan McPherson. They're going to go for this.
Coming out to 3 and out to 3. Please live.
Well, as we saw last year, Evan McPherson can kick all the field goals he wants. If they can't cross the goal line, it doesn't matter.
Ready
Oh, I ain't allowed to talk about the Bengals. That's right. I'm sorry. Okay, so here we are. Whistle.
The Bengals won like 3 games last season because of McPherson.
I know. See, that's what the Bengals got to realize. McPherson don't owe him a thing this year.
Only one timeout left now for West Clermont. This is certainly a big play in the game. Fourth and a
2.
long 1, 2.
This is the fork in the road or stick a fork in a moment in this game.
I wouldn't be shocked to see him throw this ball here. They have not been able to run against this really good Winton Woods front.
Yeah, whatever film that the Wolves use, whatever it is, it's working. I mean, they're not ahead on the scoreboard right now.
It's not Young next to Rickman. It's Early in the backfield this time.
Rickman straight drop, looking to throw this ball. This ball's intercepted by the Warriors. Stay on your feet. Here he comes on the return. He's around right in, up to the 40. Cross midfield to the 40 to Warriors, 30 to Warriors. He's going to outrun this guy for a touchdown. And there you go, Warriors. Flag on the play.
This will come way back. The interception will stand.
The interception will stand.
But it was a big time, looked like block in the back. The Winton Woods sideline is not happy. We'll see if we can get a replay of it here.
But this is what it is. Year in and year out. They have to keep from beating themselves with these flags. Looks like they're going to discuss this. Looks like preliminary signal is blocking the back against the Warriors on the return. The interception will stand.
Winton Woods sideline was not happy with the call right as the flag was thrown. Now you see the call.
This is where the Warriors don't need to throw the ball anymore. Just
Here
run
we get
the ball.
a replay here. It's a nice interception. We'll see where the block in the back was. See if we can.
There it is. No, he pulled up from that. No, see.
If that's the call, then that's a really weak call.
Yeah, well,
if it was on
me,
him.
That's what it was. It's like I said at the beginning of the game, they're going to get penalties.
Get a replay view of it here.
He pulled up off that block and nothing else happened.
Oh, yeah. That is a really bad call.
It's very questionable, let's put it that way. Not a replay. But it's one of those deals also where the defender says, has his hands up.
Brayshawn Brown brings the Warriors offense out on the field. They're going to put it in gear. There's the give inside. He stiff arms this guy and he makes good yardage. He's down the field to 40-yard line, 50. And into territory of the Wolves at the Wolf 44-yard line. He's finally taken down.
Now Winton Woods getting some momentum offensively after that big-time interception.
There's Gooden. He's got that stiff arm going. That's right.
He is a big, strong running back. Little change of pace of Garrett. Now Garrett's. Looks like Garrett and Gooding in the game here.
Ball on the Wolf 45-yard line. There's Gooding with the carry around right in. Good blocks. He's run out of bounds. Looks like on near the 30-yard line of the Wolves.
This is just a West Clermont defense getting worn down. They've been on the field a lot tonight.
Well, this is where, with 8:50 left to go in the game, the Warriors can't do these guys any more favors tonight.
I know there's somebody in your way, just zoom in. We'll get past it.
Keep feeding this ball to Gooding.
Ready one, take one. That's what happens on exciting games.
A two straight run to the right.
Take two.
See if they do it again. Now they'll run to the left with Garrett.
Because Garrett slips as he hits the line, but he's going to have a short gain, maybe a yard.
Tried to plant his foot, turned upfield, and he lost his footing a little bit. Now Gooding will come out for a well-deserved rest. He's got them into Wolf territory.
Okay, so here come the Warriors addressing this 2nd and 9 play.
Ready one, take one, take two.
They're in the backfield. You can't get around. They got him down. Looks like no gain on the play.
It's a nice job getting into the backfield by Carter Lucas. He didn't make the tackle, but he prevented the path for Garrett, pushed him to the outside. You'll see it on the replay here. And the rest of the Wolves come in to make the tackle. The pack of Wolves.
Okay, so here we are, 3rd and 11.
See if they try and get the ball into Harris's hands. Haven't seen much of him in the second half. This is 4 down territory. Got him wide open.
Middle, straight north, makes a move, makes 2 moves, still on his feet. And he's scratching and clawing, and he's down at the Wolf 7-yard line, maybe the 8.
You'll see the replay here. Harris just goes over the middle and sits wide open. The Purdue commit makes some guys miss. Inside the 10, West Clermont needs a stop right now.
This is where they'd have to defend all running plays because there's just not enough room for him to throw that ball up. There's the carry down to about the 5-yard line. 6:34 left to go in the game.
It's a good job by Carter Lucas again getting back there. He's had a nice second half, but this Winton Woods offensive line is really starting to dominate this West Clermont defensive front. West Clermont needs to stop right here.
And this is where the Warriors, they either got to score this touchdown or send this guy out there to kick. He's on the team too. He practices every day just like the rest of them. There's the give. Inside, he breaks in there. Touchdown is signal. No flags on the field. 5:58 left to go in the affair. Yeah, you can see on that play where the West Clermont defense is tired.
You can see 73, the left tackle for Winton Woods, just pushing his guy just completely out of the play.
So that kick is up and the kick is good. So with 5:58 left to go here, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 21 and the visiting West Clermont Wolves 13.
This has been a great game tonight.
Been a great game.
West Clermont's done everything they can defensively to stay in this game. The offense just hasn't provided enough.
It was good that the Warrior defense finally showed up and got a pick, you know, because their defense is good for that kind of stuff, and practically played the whole game without them doing that, but now okay, so here come the Warriors ready to address this kickoff.
If you're Winton Woods here, you do not want to allow
a big return.
Yeah, don't want to give them any momentum. They've had a tough time enough offensively tonight. Now their backs are against the wall, needing points.
There's a kick. Caught at the 5, straight north with the ball. still on his feet, but he's hammered down at the 26-yard line, maybe the 27.
Oh, man. He's hurt.
Got a Warrior defender down. Okay, so he's up.
Nice grass, Lamar. Ready, take three. He's up. Three's got him. Everybody else can go somewhere else. Three's got the hurt guy. Ready, two. Take one.
We'll have to see what they come up with to stay in this game as Warrior defense takes the field looking to assert themselves at least one more time.
If you're West Clermont, how do you find a way to get down the field? The rushing attack just hasn't been there tonight. It's been there all year, but not tonight against this great Winton Woods defense. Last drive, they threw a deep pass, almost got it complete, but that's been closest to the biggest play.
There's a give inside. He makes it through the hole for about 3-yard gain.
Only one timeout remaining for West Clermont. They do need to get the 2-point if they do score.
Clock is moving. 5:35.
Yeah, so these guys ready, five. Take five.
Where defenders got to be alert for the pass. It's number 15, Xander Hawk. Ball, he keeps it himself. He muscles in there. And the Warrior defense stops him after he picks up about 2 yards.
Looks like it'll be third, about 3 here. Third and 4. Got to think no matter what happens here, they're going to go for it.
Continuation, don't let it go. It's just one of those things, you know? Ready, three, take three, freeze live. Timeout.
Timeout called by the Warriors.
Warriors, Winton Woods.
2 remaining. It's a big play for West Clermont. I imagine they'll try and keep it on the ground to Young. And on 4th down, if they don't get it, go from there.
I think the Warrior defense is up to the task of anything they try to do on the ground. But I don't want to see a game like the one I was watching last night where Nebraska let that little lead get away on them. Okay, so here we are.
It's Winton Woods.
Carrying the ball, and he's stuffed. And see, if you need to run to get you what you need to have against Winton Woods, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, just a simple quarterback run up the middle. It's not going to, you're not going to get that against these really good linebackers and defensive linemen. Right before that play, Winton Woods was running a guy off the field. They got lucky there wasn't 12 guys on the field, and they have to go for this here.
4th and 3. Clock still moving. 3:45.
Hurry up, they might have to like run a timeout here. They're going slow. They only have one timeout to burn.
The Wolves don't have much sense of urgency.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and call timeout.
Are they going to play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a big play in the game.
Okay, big play in the game.
West Clermont hasn't had much success in the air tonight, but they're going to have to throw this ball. They're not getting it running the ball.
I agree with you. They're going to have to throw this ball. and probably hope for a flag because that's the normal scenario.
Take 5. 5 is line. 33. 34. Take 4.
See if they run another rollout to Landon Young. That was their biggest pass play of the night, was a rollout to the running back.
Ready 2. Take 2. Who's line?
Well, we got the moon trying to make an appearance.
Ready 5.
It's going to be a solid moon when it fully develops
Yeah.
out there. Okay, so here come the Wolves out here to address this 4th and 3 with 3:26 left to go in the game.
It's like Early's next to Rickman in the gun.
Rickman throwing his ball deep. He's got a man open. His ball is dropped.
He dropped it.
And that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had a first down and more. He was past the Winton Woods 40. We'll see a replay here. Winton Woods got caught with their eyes in the backfield, and he just dropped it. He saw the safety coming over and just dropped it. Now a first down here will pretty much seal it for Winton Woods.
Okay, so this is Winton Woods offense on the field.
Camera 2 is still game, and they need 1 first down.
Tyler Gooding back there.
I imagine it'll just be a run to him.
Straight ahead, Gooding sticks his nose in and he gets down to near the 30-yard line.
4, take 4. 4's line.
Clock at 3:10.
Number 42 for West Clermont has to come out. Earlier in the game, he got a flag for removing his helmet. Now it just pops off. He has to come out. 2nd and 6. And Gooding is out, limping off the field. Imagine now they'll give it to Zeke Garrett. Gooding's been the bell cow this second half.
As long as they keep running the ball, 2nd and 6, clock moving, 2:36. Here they come after him. Nice carry, still on his feet, down to the 15-yard line.
And that's just a run off the right tackle by Garrett. And his speed getting to the outside, West Clermont's not catching him.
Coming out to camera 3. Lamar almost got the
I imagine
Ready,
Winton Woods will be very conservative here.
Pick 1. 1's live.
So they just doing victory?
They should.
We'll run a few more plays.
Yeah.
With over 2 minutes left,
2, take 2.
probably want to get another first down.
One more first down.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind a touchdown either.
And the Warriors give it to Garrett this time. He's round left in, and there's a flag on the play.
That's going to be a holding on 70. He grabbed 23 of West Clermont from behind and pulled him back a little bit. I believe that'll stop the clock.
Yes, it does.
No timeouts for West Clermont, but that's a pretty big penalty for this situation.
Coming out the 1. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it's, yeah. Ready, 2,
It'll be
take 2.
first and long.
2's live.
So we got to address this first down and 20 play. There's a give, round right in.
Yeah, ready, 3, take 3. Ready, replay. Replay.
With no way for West Clermont to stop the clock. They need a turnover,
And out the 4.
which they forced them to turn the ball over, but those were interceptions. And they're not throwing the ball now.
No, they're not throwing the ball now.
Ready, 1, take 1.
So West Clermont certainly give a good account of themselves and then just come up here just making an appearance. They put in a passionate display of play here. Clock under a minute. Garrett with the carry. There's a block.
Nice block on the outside, but not much after. So it'll be 3rd down. I imagine they're just going to kneel it here.
Well, this is it. The clock is rolling. 42 seconds.
Just one more play, and looks like they'll hold up the V and put the victory formation up.
You know, the Warriors, they fortunate to come out here tonight with this win. And now I guess they're going to have a quarterback controversy around here this week.
Got to find a way to get George back on track. He is by far.
Clock's still rolling. And that's going to do it. As we see the players lining up at midfield to respect the game. We have a final score here at Frederick Stadium of your Winton Woods Warriors 21 and the visiting West Clermont Wolves 13. For my partner, Max Alfonso, my name is Jacob Williams, and we were proud to bring you tonight's episode of Warrior Football. The Waycross community will see you next week. Thanks a lot for your time. Good evening.